Well, Odell Beckham is officially a member of the Cleveland Browns, and so the question is now, does he make the Browns Super Bowl contenders, Mary Kay?
You know what? I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I mean, when you look at all the teams in the NFL, I think right now the Browns will have as good a chance as anyone, obviously, to win their division, to win some playoff games, and why not? Once you get to that point, anything can happen. And when you look at even a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, not only have they lost Kareem Hunt now to the Cleveland Browns, but Tyreek Hill is up in the air because of certain allegations that came forth. So therefore, I think the Browns should be right in it.
Scott?
I'm going to say no. I know that technically you're in the playoffs, you're a Super Bowl contender. I get that, but before last week, before the Browns made all these moves, I think people looked at the Browns as being a team that should compete for the playoffs. Now they're a team that kind of moved up into the middle of this pool of teams here that are going to be in the playoffs. You know, they were at the bottom before of teams that, well, if they didn't make the playoffs, yeah, that's okay, but if they make improvement, they're going in the right direction. Now they're a playoff team. If they're not a playoff team, I think it's a disappointment, but I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender.
I think there's some semantics here, right? I mean, look, this team should win the AFC North. They're probably the favorite to win the AFC North right now, although I would still like to see them beat the Steelers once before I make that declaration, which would give them a home playoff game, which kind of says, okay, yes, you should have a chance to get to the conference championship game and then maybe get to the Super Bowl. So I guess it depends how you define contender, because the Chiefs are still around, even though they have some of the issues they have. Tom Brady's still in the division. The Texans are going to get better. The Colts are really good. So they're certainly not a shoo-in, but I think they have to be in the discussion for the Super Bowl.
Right, and Ben Roethlisberger, I don't care what anybody says, you can never count him out. Even without Antonio Brown, even without Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
And this team, as the Browns like to remind us, they went 7-8-1 last year. It's not like they're coming off a 9-7 or 10-6 season. They do still have a lot to prove when they get on the field in September.